everyone, welcome back to my channel. Thank you guys so much for joining me in today's video. So today we are going to be talking about some new SwiitchBeauty products and the fact that they have reformulated and repackaged some of their newer products, and they've launched some glow products that it will honestly have you shook, like it has me shook, but we'll get into that in this video. And yeah, SwiitchBeauty is having Switch Week, and if you guys didn't know what Switch Week was about, if you don't follow them, if you don't follow them, I can't help you, like you need to get on the bandwagon. But Switch Week is basically the equivalent of Black Friday, but for an entire week. So Switch Week runs from the 16th of November till the 24th of November. It's an entire week long where you can save money on products, and you can get up to 70% off of anything on the website. So you heard me, up to 70% off. So in today's video, I'm going to be talking to you guys about the new and old products, because I'm sure you guys want to know, like, what are the differences, how have they changed, and all that good stuff. So we're going to start off with the Slay's 4 Days palette. Also, before I move on, you are going to want to stay till the end of the video, because SwiitchBeauty is just doing all of the things that makes the pots to be done. So you're going to want to wait till the end to know what she did for the pots to be done. Okay, and by the way, if you think you might be unlucky or whatever, there is something for everyone at the end of the video, so keep watching. Okay, so as you guys can see, SwiitchBeauty's packaging is now this like matte white, and like the writing is kind of shiny, which is really nice. And then on the back of this is like the outer covering of the palette, it basically tells you that this is a bomb ass eyeshadow palette, and it's intensely pigmented, warm toned, and blendable. And they also have the ingredient list, which is really bomb. And then on the actual palette itself, it literally just has Slays for Days. This is the underneath of the palette, and it also has SwiitchBeauty's handle, and the front is just SwiitchBeauty. Now what I love about them like reformulating and repackaging is that there is now a mirror. Sorry, I just blinded you guys for like 5 seconds. But there's now a mirror, which I really enjoy having in a palette. And what's really nice about the new and improved Slays for Days palette is that they now come with South African names. How awesome is that? There's like Aisha, Nomuzi, Alia, Chelsea, Lesedi, Priya, Karabo, Sophia. Okay, anyway, let's just get into the swatching of this palette. If you guys want to see what the original Slays for Days looks like, I do have a review of that, and I'll leave it up in the cards so you guys can go back and watch that video and see how that palette differs from this palette. But if you guys want a basic side-by-side comparison, let me show you right now. So this is what the two palettes look like. So this is the original Slays for Days, and this is the new and improved Slays for Days. Now, just by looking at them, I can see that for the most part, some of the shades are like almost like identical, but they just sort of like placed in different spots on the palette, and some shades definitely look a lot more pigmented than others. And yeah, I think they definitely changed a lot in the palette. So yeah, like I said, if you guys want to see how the original swatches look like, you can go ahead and watch my older video. Like I said, I will leave it up in the cards and down below in the description bar. Okay, so let's start with the arm swatches. The first shade we have is Aisha, which is matte. Nomuzi is also matte. Alia, Chelsea, and then we also have Lesedi. And then we have the shade Priya, which is an intense. Now guys, please bear in mind that I am a brown girl, so the shadows might not look as intense. And Karabo, which is a beautiful bronze shimmer shade. In the second row of shades, we have Stacy, Sophia, Sarah, Amber. Now obviously some of these shades are very close to my actual skin complexion, so you might not be able to see them very well. And then we have Lorato. And then we have my favorite shade in the palette, which is Hannah. It's a super pigmented orange shade. And then we have Amy, which is this beautiful copper bronze shade. It's so beautiful. Moving on to the third row, the first one is this beautiful pinky iridescent shade that's also in the original palette, and this is called Cara. Then we have Nkosi, we have Iman, oh that's super pigmented, and then we have Nikki. Next we have Chloe, Zola, and Jamie. Next, moving on to the fourth row, we have Emma, Olivia, Miriam, Alexa, then we have Noreen, Paul, and Bella, which is this matte black. And then for the last and final row, which is mainly made up of browns, the first one is Gabby, and this is like a pukey brown, so you can barely see it on my skin. Then we have Mishka. Oh, this is super creamy. Then there's Demi, again super creamy. Layla. And then the last three shades are Ntombi, oh super creamy, Nabila, and Tandi. Now, I have to say that I'm not gonna lie, but when I first looked at the shimmer shades, I thought to myself, are they gonna be as good as like the original Slays for Days? Because, I mean, when you look at them, they look a little underwhelming, but I'm gonna say I am pleasantly surprised with the swatches, I'm not gonna lie. And also what I've noticed is that for the matte shades, I think for me personally, I'm so used to kind of like digging into matte shades because they are very dry, that I kind of like overcompensated for the finger swatches, and then as I kind of like, you know, like swiped it on my hand, there was like excess powder on my finger, which kind of leads me to believe that these mattes are very creamy. So without any further ado, let's hop onto the demo of this palette, because y'all know I'm so excited to put it on my face. Oh my lord. Okay, so to highlight my brow bone, I'm going to be mixing the shades Aisha and Stacy, and using this to highlight my brow bone, just as pigmented as I remember. Okay, so I think the first shade I'm going to go in with as my transition is Sophia, which is this shade right here. Just going to put this on the outer corner of my eye and dust this into my crease. Okay, and then the next shade I'm going to go in with is this shade right here called Gabby. And this is a like pukey brown color. It is super pigmented, as you guys can see. I don't really know like what look I want to go for, but I'm kind of feeling the shade Henna, and I kind of want to put that all over my lid, but we'll see how that goes. Okay, so next shade I want to take is Henna, which is that one right there, that hot orange. So I'm picking this up on my blending brush, and I'm going to pack that on my lid and then into my crease. Oh, I mean, this orange though has my heart and my soul. Look at how pigmented that is. What? This is definitely the most pigmented orange I've ever come across in my life. And the fact that I only had to pack this on with a blending brush, shaking, quaking. Okay, so to lightly deepen up this orange, I'm going to go in with the shade Lorato. So I'm just going to dust Lorato on the outer corner and into the crease, just to add a little bit more depth to the eye. So as I'm blending out these shadows, I just realized to myself the reason why I fell in love with the SwiitchBeauty brand in the first place. And it was because I was always struggling to build up my eyeshadows. Like, always. And when I first discovered SwiitchBeauty, it was like a dream come true because it was affordable and it was eyeshadows that I could actually work with and explore my artistry even more. So I just thought I should give you guys some background story because honestly, SwiitchBeauty and I, we've come a long way, okay? Okay, and now I want to go in and just deepen up my lower lash line. So I'm going to be taking the shade Demi and just lightly dusting that on my lower lash line. Okay, now to finish off this eye, I'm going to take the shade Iman, which is that shade right there, and I'm going to put this on my inner corners, kind of like blow it out. And I'm going to use a little bit of the shade Nkosi to just highlight right at the top of my brow bone. Okay guys, so I just went ahead and put on some eyelashes. I have to say I am so in love with how my eyes have turned out. Hello? Hi? What's poppin'? Okay, so my first impressions of the palette is that as far as I remember, like working with the older palette and this one, I want to say the mattes are creamier, if that's even possible, because the original palette is creamy, but like the mattes are creamier in this one, and I'm like, that is insane. They are super blendable. I am having a blast playing with this palette. I mean, I'm actually very obsessed with this look right now. Alright, so anyway, before I go rambling on about Slays for Days or the newly formulated Slays for Days, let's move on to the newly formulated Glowgasm palette though. And the new, oh, I hit myself. So as you guys know, all the original packaging is black and the newer packaging is white and black, as you can see. Again, this one does have a sleeve as well. It says buttery smooth highlighters, intensely pigmented, blendable AF. Again, they also have an ingredient list on this sleeve. And then on the packaging, it says Glowgasm, hashtag Glowgasm palette. And the front has SwiitchBeauty. So just by the way, they all come with clear leaflets if you would like to know. And once again, it also comes with a mirror, which is amazing. And these are the shades. They also have names. So on the top we have Rosé, Diamond Walk, Creme Brulee, Champagne Showers, Lit AF, and Caviar. Now this is the original Glowgasm palette and this is the reformulated one, and as far as I can see, I'm trying not to blind you guys with the mirror, as far as I can see they almost look identical, and the only shade that's different is this one right here. This is a cream highlight and they've replaced that with Diamond Walk. So let's swatch these babies and see the color differences. Okay, so these are the two Glowgasm palettes swatched on my hand right now. The top row is the original Glowgasm, the bottom row is the new and improved Glowgasm. And for the most part, all of the shades are really similar, like all of these shades are similar, and Rosé as well. I feel like the new and improved version is more brighter and slightly a bit more reflective. I don't know if you guys can see that on camera. And then the cream shade has been replaced with Diamond Walk, which is the lightest highlighter in the palette, and it's really beautiful. It has like the most beautiful iridescence and it's not too stark as well, so I feel like any complexion can get away with this highlighter. And yeah, that's the old palette, that's the new and improved palette. Okay, now in terms of my first impressions of the new and improved palette, I'm gonna say it's just as pigmented as the original, and the Diamond Walk shade is so stunning. So let's add some of this baby onto my face, shall we? So I'm gonna take some of the shade Rosé, which is that one right there, and I'm gonna use it as a blush topper. And I really like having a glow to my cheeks sometimes, so whew. This is gonna give me that bronze glow, you guys. Oh, it is so pretty. Now I know a lot of people will think, you know, like I don't think I'd ever get use out of the rosé shade, but using it as a blush topper is so beautiful. I promise you, once you put like highlight on your cheeks, that's like a blush tone shade. I feel like I want to mix Diamond Walk and Creme Brulee, but I mustn't get too carried away with it because there's another highlighter palette SwiitchBeauty has. Ah, the glow, they're just serving us with the glow. Okay, I'm gonna mix some Diamond Walk and Creme Brulee and lightly highlight my temples. Okay, well, okay, let's make myself a disco ball. Let's not lightly do anything. So beautiful. In case you guys didn't know, I actually use the original Glowgasm palette in my makeup kit consistently. It's like my favorite highlighter palette to use on anyone and everyone. I'm also gonna lightly dust this on my chin, and I mean, I'm also gonna take a little bit of caviar on my collarbone. Hi, what's poppin'? In case you guys are wondering, this is the SwiitchBeauty fan brush from their metal gloss range. Oh yes, reflective collarbones. Hey, and now it is time for another glow product. We're just gonna be glowing like disco balls for the Christmas season. I mean, who's complaining? I'm not. But SwiitchBeauty released their Wet Glow highlighter palette. Now this has 4 highlighter shades, and again, this is the outer covering. It says hashtag shine wet glow highlighter. Again, it has an ingredients list, and then this is what the palette looks like. This one doesn't have a mirror, which I mean is not a big issue, but these are the 4 shades. You have Hustle, Finesse, what is this, Extra AF, and Clapback. Now Clapback, I love using Clapback to highlight my body, you know. Okay, now I completely forgot that I needed to swatch this palette, but I just want to like put my finger in the palette and like show you guys like how lightly I'm swatching it. Look at that pigmentation though. This is so reflective. So reflective. One of my friends actually said to me that she goes to Woolworths and plays with the Stila Putty highlighter, and she feels like this is better than the Stila Putty highlighter. So shout out to Nirvana for giving us the tea. And this is the swatches of the colors. It is so reflective. I don't know if you guys are going to be able to like pick it up on camera, but it is beautiful. Like so beautiful. Honestly, it's the only palette I've been using the past couple of days just because I've been absolutely obsessed. Now I'm going to be taking a eyeshadow brush, and this is how I love to apply these highlights, is using a more compacted brush. So I'm going to take the shade Finesse. I love mixing Finesse and Hustle, and I'm trying to go... Let me try that again. I just got like flabbergasted with how pigmented this is. I try and use light pressure to apply this highlight because it is so pigmented. Like it literally looks wet. Hello? What's poppin'? Hi! It just sits so beautifully on the skin. And now we have reached the end of the video. I really hope you guys have enjoyed watching me test out all of the SwiitchBeauty newer products. I honestly had a blast. Like, I am glowing to the gods right now. The only thing that is sweat is actually what's on my upper lip. Just a disclaimer. So you guys, we have reached the end of the video. You know what that means. Now you guys can use the code SLAYSQUAD at checkout to get even more shmoney off your order. So don't forget to use it. I'll have the code on the screen and in my description bar as well. And also now it is time for the giveaway. Now SwiitchBeauty was really kind to give me an extra Glowgasm palette and Primetime lip kit. Now all you need to do to win these two amazing products is follow SwiitchBeauty on Instagram, follow me on Instagram, subscribe to this channel, and tag a friend on this post on Instagram. And that is all you have to do to get into the running to winning these babies. Comment down below, let me know which products in SwiitchBeauty you are keen to get and all that good stuff. Don't forget to slay all day every day with and without makeup, and I'll talk to you guys in my next video. Bye.